Hello, this is Dr. Luna Moni Das, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, Vasanta College for Women. I am here with a video tutorial on tectonic landforms. The learning objective of this video tutorial is to understand the landforms associated with the plate boundaries. Learning outcomes are to visualize or visually understand the landforms associated with plate boundaries and to understand the location of landforms. This tutorial is targeted towards the students of BA BSc Geography. Now, when we say plate boundaries, we basically mean three types of plate boundaries. They are this type of boundary where two plates move towards each other is called as the convergent plate boundary. This is the place where there is a destruction of plate because one plate subduct under another plate. This is also known as the subduction plate, and this area or this region is called as the Benioff zone. Coming to the second type of plate boundary, here in this type of plate boundary, two plates, they diverge from each other, leading to the emergence of magma from the interior of the earth and formation of new crust. In the first type of boundary, we see the destruction of earth crust, whereas in the second, we observe the formation of new crust of the earth surface. Coming to the third type, this is the transform plate boundary. Here, two plates, they just slip or slide with each other without leading to any construction or destruction of plate. This type of boundary is called as transform plate boundary. And here we can see there is a line which represents the transform plate boundary. So in this picture we can understand where are there the possibilities for occurrence of all these three types of boundaries. Coming to the next, here we will understand the landforms associated with the divergent plate boundary. As I have already mentioned, divergent plate boundaries basically indicates a place where two plates are diverting or moving away from each other. Here there is a tensional force, and because of this tensional force we can find the following types of landforms in this area. When the tension is very low, usually we find a normal fault line scar. Here you can see because of the movement of plates in the opposite directions, there is a slip, and because of the slip there is a fault, and because of this fault line there will be a fault scar. So this is the first thing which we see, and this type of fault line is very much available in Nevada. Then with the passage of time, when the tension increases further, we will see some steps like formations. There will be a series of normal faults. Later, with the development of more of this fault, you can see here there are fault block mountains in Nevada. One of the blocks may sometime slide downward and the other may rise up, and this lead to the formation of another type of landform called as the horst and graben. Horst is the raised platform, whereas the graben is the lowered platform. Further increase in the tension will lead to a gap in the earth's crust, and this will lead to the formation of a rift valley. With further increase in the tension, it will lead to the development of mid-oceanic ranges, and you can see here there is the mid-Atlantic ridge. So these are the landforms which are associated with the divergent plate boundary. Coming to the next type of boundary, which is the convergent plate boundaries, and here two plates, they converge towards each other and leads to the formation of following landforms. First one is the reverse fault scarp. Here also there is a scarp development, but the angle of scarp is different one from that of the normal one, and it is called as the reverse fault. And here in this picture we can see there is a reverse fault development after an earthquake in Alaskan coast. Next is the formation of monocline, where we will see only one single fold. Later we will find when the stress increases further and there is more compression, there will be a formation of mountain folded mountain systems, as we can see in the Himalayan system in Asia. Then with the compression from inside, there is also a probability of development of dome mountains. So these are the landforms which are associated with the convergent plate boundaries. Coming to the next type of boundary, which is called as the transform fault line, or you can say conservation plate boundary, because there is neither loss or gain in the earth crust. So it is often called as the conservation plate boundary. Now here what happens here, along the fault line there will be movement or sliding of the earth crust. So we will see there will be some deformation on the cultural landscape. This Sant Andes fault is one of the renowned transform fault boundary. Here we can see this is very much distinct with the help of such pictures. When such thing happens in the mountainous area, it leads to the development of scattered ridges. There were ridges from the beginning, and after the slide we see that these ridges, they shift up in some direction, and this will lead to the scattered ridge development. And there are lots of examples in the Karakoram range. Then there is a landform which is called as sack pond, and these are basically also developed along the transform fault lines, and there are lots of sack ponds along the Sant Andes fault. So here we come to an end. So thank you.